Okay, so I finished all of my Zach books, and so now I'm going to review a book that has nothing at all to do with Zach. And the name of this book is Zach Has Nothing to Do with This Book. Now, the origin of this is that Zach Smith, also known as Zach Sabbath and Zach S., was outed by his ex-wife as being a really horrible mate, and the accusations were so bad that my players don't want to play anything he ran. Lots of people don't want to do Zach stuff because of the accusations against him. And as a result of these accusations, James Raggi, who owns Lamentations of Flame Princess, cut ties with Zach, who was his best-selling writer before that, and his most reliable writer about doing stuff on time that he said he was going to do. And he paid 2 huge advances to Zach for books that will never be published now. And then after all that, then he was accused of that he was going to publish stuff by Zach secretly under a pen name. And so James Raggi, as his response to this accusation, made this book that Zach has nothing to do with this book. And so if you look at the credits, writing, not Zach. Art, not Zach. Editing, definitely not Zach. Design and layout, not Zach. Inspiration, fuck it. It's Zach after all, isn't it? But then they put text by James Raggi here on there. He wanted it to all be anonymous, but they put his name on there. So the module, this was produced for Gen Con as a Gen Con exclusive, and they didn't publicize the cover of this in advance. It was mysterious, but before the convention was even over, people posted this online because that's the world we live in now. So the basic plot of this is that the name drop in a cast of characters are at this inn, including one named Zachary Canterbury. Decadence Fitzgerald, Michael Gomorrah, Thurston Galloway Hitchens, Hitler Guggenheim Horowitz, Blackie Richmore, Mariana Trench, Antonio Galahad Trump. Now all these characters are here, and there's a book, The Analysis into the Nature of Man and the Satanic Power He Contains. And there's this monster. So it's a pretty good, pretty short adventure. Each of these characters has unique powers, and basically they're in a really tense showdown situation, and then the players arrive. James has made this, described as being sort of like the Hateful Eight. It's a motivation cheat sheet to, what are their motivations? Curse and cheat sheet, those curses. A chronology of events. And then there's this editorial, word from the publisher. It's a rant from Raggi expressing his frustration about how he's been accused of publishing stuff by Zach under pen names when he hasn't, that the only thing he's selling by Zach is stuff that is already printed and is in stock. And once that stuff is gone, it's gone forever. So right now, A Red and Pleasant Land, the last copy's been sold. It's gone forever. Some of the other Zach stuff, there's still some copies left if you're interested in it. That's why I covered them all in one block here. But yeah, so, and this, of course, because of the world we live in, this got published on the internet, this editorial, because it made people really pissed off. So after it was all over, he, as usual, as he usually does, he published this on Drive-Thru RPG as a PDF. And people complained. So, just a few days later, he changed the name of it. And he even changed the cover, the credits. It's just written by him. And people still complained, and they took it down. Drive-Thru RPG doesn't sell this book anymore, so even on PDF you can't get this book. But Drive-Thru RPG still continues to sell the books that Zach wrote. The actual books Zach wrote, they'll sell, but not this one that Zach has nothing to do with. And then, like 6 months later, one of my favorite Lamentations Facebook groups, which was called Deliberations of the Punk Duchess, changed its name to James Rogge Has Nothing to Do with This Group. All of a sudden, I did not see any fight on the board or anything. It was just out of the blue. Apparently, it was because of something happened on a different group. Caused him to change the name of that group to James Rogge Has Nothing to Do with This Group. And when I asked why, I was muted for a week. And so I created my own Facebook group called Deliberations of the Punk Duchess. And I post things that I would have posted on that group until I got muted and pissed off about it. So, yeah. This is a really good adventure that will probably never get to run because people don't believe the title. If it had given a different title and one of the characters was not named Zach, nobody would ever have connected the events in this book with the facts of the Zach case. It has nothing to do with it. It just uses that name Zach. So this is the world we live in. Oh, who could have believed my horrible wickedness would be taken down by this horrible girl? Oh, what a world, what a world.